Hello, welcome back. Last time the fearsome death bunny from the river showed up again in another form and just kind of messed me up. Anyway, this is done. Let's do 15. Gonna leave the music on default for now. Oh boy, okay, so... I got something personal going on here. I just had dilating eye drops administered and it is making this look real weird, so I can't fit the 7 in here anywhere. Alright, I can see well enough, but... my vision is very strange right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the opposite. Well, that's wiggle room of 2. So subtract 2 from either side. So this? Yeah, okay, so quicker shorthand. Let's just... hang on. So, 5 plus 6 plus 1 because there are 2. Gives me 12, this is 14 tall. That's wiggle room of 2. Subtract 2 from each one, and do that number from the edge, right? There we go. So that shorthand gets me much more quickly to this state without having to put in the intermediate stuff. Cool, okay. 516 fits exactly. Don't mismark things. That's what the bunny did to me last time. Actually, I did it to myself. 5141, is that an exact fit? I believe so. Yep. 641, that is not. Okay, 6 plus 4... 6 plus 1 for the space plus 4 plus 1 for the space plus 1. So that's 13? 1 less than the number. So that means the 6 looks like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me check my work. Space. 1, 2, 3, 4, space 1, 1, space 1, 2, 3, 4, space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So then the 4 looks like this, I think? Yes. Okay. I believe those are all true conclusions. 5, 4 I can't get anything from, can I? That's 10. Wiggle room of 4. I can get 1 out of the 5. That's as much as I know. Alright, that's... is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay. Okay, so I came up with a shorthand for the rule that I was following. Alright, so I started at the 7 and went right. Let's go left of the 7. That's 12, wiggle room of 2, so therefore, did I add that right? 4 plus 1, 5 plus 6, 11 plus 1, no, that's 13. This is a 4, so I can do this. What does 6 in the middle mean? Does it mean that? Hold on. 1, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it doesn't mean this. No, but that can't be. 2, 3, 4, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This? Yeah, wiggle room of 1 means it comes down at least that far. But why does the 4 have 3 and the 6 have 4, if there's a wiggle room of 1? 6 should have 1 more. 1, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's there, right? Space, 1, 2, 3, 4, space. 1, 2, 3, 4, space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, space 1. Yeah, okay. Alright, it's a little less intuitive when it's right in the middle of the thing. I'm going to try inputting this because it feels like it's going to be an exact fit. And it was. And that's the same thing. This one feels a lot easier compared to the bunny so far. 2252, how much is that? 11 plus 3, yeah, that's 14. See, I don't want to just start putting it in and see if it fits because then I might lose track of what was marked and what was not. 3, 5 doesn't tell me anything. Alright, rows, 3. And if this is a 4, then that means those are x'd. 5 and 8. 5 and 8, so this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 wide. 5 plus 8 plus 1 is 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 3, 8 is the same. Yeah, this one's going to be super quick, I feel like. Maybe it'll get harder as it goes along, but right now this seems very speedy. Alright, well that's my 6, that's my 1, and there's a 4 in there somewhere somehow. 2 can't go here, one of the 2's is here, and the other one is somewhere in there. 4. And if that's a 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then it can't come... Wait, yes it can. So I don't know yet. Just a 6, so therefore that should be accurate, and this... Wait, yeah, so by the same token for this 6 I know those... Yes. 9 and 3. So this is the 3, and I'm gonna guess this just fits 9 here. It does. 9, 4. Yes, it has to be that. 9, 4 has to be that. Yeah, that's an exact fit. Yeah, this one's just so filled in. This has to be the 1. So this has to be the 7. So that's the 4. And also that's an exact fit. That has to be the 1. This could not be the 3 because there isn't room for 2 1s. So that's one of the 1s. I'm not sure which. That means this is filled. Okay, if that's a 3, then it can't come this far over. If that's a 6, then it comes at least that far, but not this far. Let's hope I did that right. Feels about right, maybe. Alright, columns again. 3. You're already 3. 5. And now you're 5. Great. 4, 6, 1. That's a 1. That's a 6. That's a 4 now. Great. 7 means this. 5, 6 is basically... Oh, not quite done. Can't resolve that yet. If I resolve this row down here, then I can. Okay. 3, 2, 5. 5, 1, 4. 5, 1. Yes, I knew that because this would be 6 if I filled that in, and that's invalid. Okay. Yeah, this couldn't have been the one. That's done, that's done. 6, don't know. 4, 1. 5, 4. Okay, 3, 4, that's done. 4, 6, that's done. There we go. That's like little rocks, I guess? Alright, little rocks. Cool. Right, Fox 3. It's a narrow one. Alright, what's wide? That's wide enough to put something down. 1, 8. Let's see if that fits exactly. It does. 1, 7, not quite, but I at least know... Yeah, that should be accurate. 5, don't know. 6, 1, I could maybe do something with. I could, yes. Okay, so wiggle room is... That's 8 total, this width is 10 total, wiggle room is 2, therefore I do this. Okay? 2, 5, same amount, but different numbers. So that still means subtract 2, so I do this with the 5, and I don't know about the 2. I subtract the 2 all the way down to 0. 6 means this, 2 means nothing. 1, 4, 3, can I do something with that? Yes, that's the same amount as 1, 8, which is no wiggle room at all. 5 is nothing, 4 is nothing, 2 is nothing, 2 is nothing, 1 is nothing. 3, 2, don't know which is what. 3, 1, don't know what. 8, 2... Don't know yet. 11... Okay, 11 I can do some things with. That for 1. Height is 15, wiggle room is 4. This is impinging upon the wiggle room. And yet I still know 1, 2, 3, 4. I still know that much. But does knowing this tell me anything more? It tells me this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, it does. Okay. 13. Wiggle room of 1. Okay. No, sorry, of 2. Undo those. That's 15 tall, not 14. Alright, wiggle room of 2, so I know this. And because I know that down there, I know this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes. 14, wiggle room of 1. So I know this. 3, 2, 2. This has to be a 2. So the 3 is somewhere up here. 5, 2. This would be 6 if it filled in. Yes, so this has to be the 2 and that has to be the 5. So if that's the 2, that's an X. If that's the 5, then those are X's, and I think that's as much as I know. That's the 4, so there's a 1 below it, so all of these are X'd. That's a 2, so that's done. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Great. There's a 1 here, there's a 2 here, so I know lots. That's a 2, so it's done. That's a 4, so I know this, I think? Yes. 5, so I know similar things. 6. With that X, I know this? Yes. If that's the 4, then it can't extend this far. And there's a 2... Wait, yeah, so there's a 2 here, so it has to be this. Alright. 5. That's capped, so it's done. This is the 6. There's a 1... It could be here, it could be here. I don't know yet. That's the 5. Don't know anything more. That's the 6. It's capped, so I can extend it by 1. Yeah. 2, so this cannot be. Okay, so columns right to left. 4 and 1. Don't know. 5 and 2. That's capped, so I know the 5. 3, 2, 2. That's the only room for a 3, so that's that. And if that's a 2, this is an X. 14, don't know. 13, you have a cap, which I added just by this being present, so I still don't know. This is fox facing right, by the way. 11, contiguous, and looks like it needs 1... What are you complaining about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ah, you want a cap, got it. 8, 2. Not here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Already 8. Okay. I'm not hungry. Alright, so no room for a 3 up there, so this has to be, therefore this has to be. There's a 3, this is X, this is X. There's a 2 in here somewhere, could be anywhere. Alright, rows again. Only one room for 1, there's the 2. That's a 6, and there's a 1, but I still don't know what's what. That's a 5 already, that's a 2 now. This is going to be a 6. That's a 2 that's already done. Alright, 6 and 1. How do I resolve this? 3, 2. And then the 1 is one of these. That's a 2 already, and the 1 is here. Okay. Fox walking to the right? I guess? Yeah, easier to make out at small size. 16. Tiny one, very, very small. 6. Size is 7, so we have that. 5. Width is also 7, so we have this. Same for you. 3, yep. Actually, 3 I would not know that, but I know it from another thing. Okay, so 3... 1, 2, 1. There's the 2. Here's a 1, and there's 1 in here. 6, sure. 1, 3, so that's the 3. So therefore that's an X. Okay. 2, 1. Could be either way. 5, 5, 3. Here we go. That's fully resolved. 2, that's not this and not that. Okay. 3. 1, 2, 1, 6, don't know. 1, 3. Great. 3. Still don't know. Okay, rows again. 2. 5 means this. 5 means this. 2 becomes before 1, so it has to be here. That's a 3, so these are X'd. Columns again. Done. Can't. Can't. Already done. Can't. Done. Only 1 place for you. 2 places for you, though. Alright, so rows again. That's capped, so it gets that. So that gives me the one in this column. Alright, getting there maybe. Don't know, don't know. Wait. Now what? This is a little bird, by the way, I think. How do I resolve this now? Wait, do I have to do a different kind of logic here? Because I think this solve might require a whole new something or other. Okay, so yes, I think I have to apply different logic here. So let me go over this in detail. So I cannot resolve any row or column just by the rules I've been using so far. This one could be either here, looking in isolation, but I saw a path to doing something looking in combination. So 3 could be either of those places. 5 could be either those places, 5 could be either those places. But because, right, and yeah, this column 1 could be either of those. Because one of these has to be a 1 and the other must not, that means these two 5s are different. And because they're different, I cannot have this be an X. That is invalid because that's a 3. So this must be contiguous, because this cell is here, and one of these two must be filled. It has to be this one because it has to be contiguous with the 3. Because the other way around would do this, and it would break this column. Okay, so a new type of reasoning has to show up. Great. That 3 is capped, that 3 is done, and there's one here. Great. Alright, I was wondering if we'd get have to use another tool here. Puzzle number 16 was the first time. Yeah, 4th row. Difficulty goes up. 0! Hey, that's something. Got a 0 column. Background's doing weird flashy things. Okay, this one's largish. The width is 11, 8 plus 2 plus 1 is 11. Okay. 8 plus 1 is not, but I know... Hang on, so I'm subtracting 1 from that. Yeah, so that's correct, but I don't know the rest. Same for you. 8 minus 3. Okay. 8 minus 3, 8 minus 3, 0 again. Yeah, so right and bottom has something, but oh wait, hang on, but if it's 0, I can fill that in, of course. Alright. And since these are 4s, I can fill those. That's also a 4, so I can fill that. That 1 is already done. This is a 4, so it must be these things. That's not narrow enough to fill anything yet. Okay. 4, 2, 2, 3. So yeah, for one thing, that's the 2, that's the other one, that's the 4, and that's an exact fit, by the way. Exact fits are really hard to spot when they involve this many numbers. Whoops, that's a 2. Okay, so therefore this is what I know. I was continuing the pattern, not noticing that the last number was actually different. 4, 5, so this must be contiguous, and that's the 5, so there's the 4. Okay. 4, 4, similar rules, however I don't know for these yet. Okay. So columns to the left now, 4, 2, 2, 2. Well, I know this is the 4, yes. So it must follow the 2 pattern, because that's the only way those can fit, and this is the only way the 4 can fit, by the way. Right, this column's the same as that one. Okay. 4 and 5. 5 doesn't fit down here, and it can only fit here like this. That's a 4, so those are true. Also, that resolved those rows. 1, 1, 1, only have 3 places to go. 6 is already 6, 8 is now 8, 2 is 2. Whoops! Don't do that again. That was what, well, the opposite of that was what the bunny did to me. 4, so yep, fits exact. Ah! I guess I'm done. What is that? It's a mailbox? It's a mailbox, yes. So hard to tell when zoomed in. Okay, I hope I'll detect if I step into a doozy by accident. Wiggle room is 12, so I can do that. You are an exact fit. And so are you. When it's just 2 numbers, it's pretty easy to eyeball. 7 and 4, that's also an exact fit, I think. Yep. Okay. And 5 resolves itself, since those 3 were put down. 1 is done, since that was put down. 5 and 1 has to be this. Whoops. 3, 1, 1 is already done. 5 and 1 is already done. 3, 1, 1. 5 and 4. Oops. Oops. Okay. 3, 1, 3. I mostly know. 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2. 9, 1. That's an exact fit. 9, so contiguous. Also wiggle room of 2. So I know that. Same for you. That's resolved some columns, by the way. This resolves that column, by the way. This is an X, which means you're constrained more, which means this, which... Oh, by the way, those are 10s. Okay. That's 9, already done. Great. So it must be this. It's boots. Okay. Got it. I'm gonna dare to try to finish this row. If it doesn't happen, I won't force it, but I'm gonna dare to try. 11, 9... 11 minus 9 is 2. So that's that much wiggle room. 8 is this much. Right? I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got the thing in my right ear again. Yeah, it's like the position on the map screen, the puzzle map, determines where the audio plays, and I hate it. Drives me nuts. Alright, so 1 and 7 implies some things. The 7 follows the same rule as the 9, but not as far up or something? 1, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, space 1. Yes, okay. 1, 7, same rule. Alright, any more columns to do anything with? 2, 4, 2 isn't quite enough to go on, is it? 2, space, 4, space, 1, 2. It is. So in the center, it's those 3. It looks weird, but it's right. Okay, 2, 4, 2. I think this is one of those hopping things for the mountain. 2, 4 isn't enough. Okay, so 10 means contiguous. 12... How wide is this? 14. So 12 means I know that much. 1, 8, 1. That's already 8, isn't it? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 4, 2, 1. Also, that fits exactly. Whoa. 1, 2, 2, 1. I don't think I know yet. Alright, 2, 4, 2. So this has to be the 4, right? Yeah, if I fill that in, that's the 4, and then I'd have 2 2s. I'm pretty sure this is right? It feels like it's going a little outside the rules I usually apply, but I'm pretty sure that was correct. This is 14 wide. 14 minus 8 is 2, so I know those 2. 6, I know nothing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, just checking my work sometimes. That's a 1, so that's the only one. Great. And you two. Pretty sure this has perfect symmetry. Can't be completely certain yet, though. My 8's extended downward, which means I know things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know that. Okay, what else do I know? Nothing about this column. I know that's a 2 and a 4, so that's the 4 and that's the 2, and that's done. 1, 7, so that's the 7. Therefore this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's all I know. 4 is done. I need some 2s in here, so this... Oh, that 2 fits exactly. 9, 8, 8, 9, 2, 4, 2. Right, so just like that. 2, 4, 2, it looks like this. Cap the 7. Yes, that's right. 2, 4, yeah, this looks different because I resolved the one on the other side. Here we go. Alright, so there are 2 1s up here somewhere, don't know where. There are some 1s here, that's what those are, and that has exactly allocated. The first one has to be a 1. There could be an asymmetry right here, couldn't there? I think there might be able to be. This row's done. Those are 1s. 12 fits exactly. 10s I still don't know. 2, 4, 2 is done. 8's contiguous and also fits exactly now. Great. 6 fits exactly. Alright, columns again. 1 and 2 is done. And let's just symmetrize immediately. Oh no, this is one of those spinning Zora things. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, how do I resolve the rest of this? I might have to apply some... Hang on, so I can do that, which is... means that's the 2, and you're done already. Okay, great. But one row's not satisfied. Those 2 2s are not highlighted. How unsatisfying. Oh well, I solved the puzzle. That's satisfaction enough. This one's big. Too bad I'm doing it. 14. This is indeed 14 white. 12. 14 white. Subtract 2 for wiggle room. Okay. 9 and 3. This is 14 tall. 9 plus 3 plus 1 is 14. What's wrong with my logic? My arithmetic is wrong. 9 plus 3 plus 1 is 13. That's the problem. Okay. Look, arithmetic's hard, okay? Gotta be a genius to do that. Everybody knows what I am, but it's not that. Alright, these are ones. Yeah, columns that have only ones in them can bracket the one that I see, and actually I see more ones. You end with a 1, so that must be it. You end with a 1, you end with a 1. Everybody who ends with a 1. 12 is contiguous. Uh-oh, I got a problem. Right, this was a spurious conclusion here. Those are not concludable that way. What I know is this. Right, I tried to input that thinking it was an exact fit, then didn't adjust the start of my input to compensate. I don't think that disrupted anything else. I think I'm good to keep going. But yes, that was where my error was. It's likely this is here and here, but I cannot know that yet. Okay. 4, 4, 4, that's... is that an exact fit? I'm gonna try putting it in and see what happens. It is. 1s on either side. Right, 1s on the ends. Alright, anything else I know? Let's go by columns again. 9, 3, well, this can't be together, so it must be that. So now I know you. Same deal with that. Okay. And now the 12 can be resolved, just as it looked like it was going to be. Those are 1s, so they get capped. Okay, right, so columns. This is done. And there's an equivalent one over here. This is a 2, and it can only be like that. Seven, 1, 1. So this has to be one of the 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what I thought. 3, 1. So that has to be contiguous for the 3. Oh, I'm done. It's a chest. Okay. Oops, I'm doing this one. Oh, no, I'm not. That's too big. Never mind. That one gets saved for next time. If it was small, they would have done it. It's not. Okay, so I picked up a new technique that will speed me up, and also was shown that my library of techniques I have been using will sometimes be insufficient. 16 required a tiebreaker? A bifurcation? I don't know exactly what to call that, but whatever I did in 16, I had to do in 16. Alright, cool. So that row went pretty well. Next time, Fox 4 and this row.